The briefcase came off the bottom, so she doesn't fall off. Happened again. All calculated demeanor. Safe. Fits nicely. That's my tip to you guys. Screw her on really tightly. I'll give you the dimensions now. Life in Japan with the Miyazaki man. 2023 figure of the year is here. Arknights Schwarz. She's a big girl. Let's have a look. See, she actually arrived a few days ago, but we've been busy in the Christmas period. And don't know if you know, but earthquakes have just smashed Japan, unfortunately. 30 consecutive earthquakes or more. So a little bit of a somber mood in and around, for something to cheer us up for the new year. We have the bonus keychain for Schwarz. Expensive, 46,480 yen and 500 yen delivery. She's pricey. For all you guys over abroad, got a minute, it's going to be very expensive. She's a big girl, but she's worth it, because have a look, see. Schwarz, baby, absolute quality. Let's have a look. Box. Schwarz, baby. Even when she wasn't top tier, I used her a lot in Arknights. She's my girl. She's a top tier waifu. Look at that silver flowing hair. Let's see her in person. As if they knew I don't really find the instructions, but they put it right at the top, so can't miss it. And on her own, she's not the biggest, but when the crossbow is in the air, you're going to need a lot of room. And thankfully for you guys, I'm going to measure this so you know exactly whether she'll fit in your detail or other storage. And guys, if you haven't subbed already, make sure you do sub. I'm trying to get the latest and greatest figures to you as quickly as possible. And those of you who are watching this video, make sure you do like to make sure it gets seen by other people. We need to beat the YouTube algorithm. Doesn't like it without many likes. Gamble, onegaishimasu. I can already see her face is absolutely outstanding. Base is massive, but absolutely cracking, well deserved. Schwarz, I love the texture on this. This is actually textured. It's not just the design, it feels good too. Now, first impressions, any quality control issues? I can't see anything, but I can see that the detailing is immaculate. Look at that hand crossbow on her arm right there. Our nimble little cat lady is really, really beautiful. I think already she has signs of being figure of 2023. Just intricate detailing as well. That little pull on the bra there, the material scrunching together. This is how you do a see-through jacket. It's not like that Marin Kitagawa resin statue where they went for the kind of wet shirt look. This is a proper fluorescent textured jacket. We're going to do the close-ups on Spinny Majigi in a bit. With most Arknights figures, they knock it out of the park. This is absolutely fantastic. Really, really appreciating her beauty. So let's take all of the packaging off. I like in Arknights as well, they do these kind of floated bags. The duffel bags are really, really detailed. Even blazers, chainsaws and bags. Very, very nice. But that crossbow, that hand crossbow, this might be one of the greatest weapons on any figures I've ever seen. It's beautiful. And the imagery in terms of the tassels flowing in the wind and all of the aesthetic is the reason why this figure costs so much. Let's put her together. Now when you've collected so many figures like I have, sometimes it becomes a bit, I wouldn't say monotonous, but you don't get as excited as you initially did. But this particular figure, when I saw her released and I saw the prototype, this got my juices running because I was very excited for this figure. For good reason as well. I knew she'd be an absolute centerpiece. I mean, look at that hair. That is like Storm from X-Men flowing in the wind if she was a pale white cat with grey hair. She already has grey hair, but you know what I mean. She's not a Thunder Goddess. This is Schwarz, Arknights. She shoots a crossbow. I love Storm as well. Now this base exudes quality. This almost looks like something from a resin statue or E-Stream or Shibuya Scramble. The fluorescent pinks and blues there on the briefcase. Kind of looks like Steins Gate as well. I'm loving the old scripture, manuscript, and the briefcase. They put padding very well here to protect all of the really sensitive, delicate areas. Now if I break this, I'm sure it's gonna really do my ego in. So I'm gonna be as gentle as I can with this, because I'm not the most finessed at putting figures together. But I'm gonna take my time and take care on this one, because this is something I really look forward to. Now that already looks epic. I mean, that as a diorama, as a base, it looks expensive. It looks exquisite. Is there much more you can do with it? I don't think there's actually much more you can do with this type of base. They've got the points as lightning strikes really sharp, really well angled. The rocks look really well textured. Briefcase, the manuscripts, it looks solid. And perching on this is going to be an absolute highlight, so I'm going to attempt to do it now. So we're going to, where does she stand? There is a little metal divot on the briefcase where you slot her in, so I'm going to give it a go. And the rocks conveniently conform to her shoe, it looks like. So I believe it's going to be like that. The briefcase came off the bottom, so I better hold on to the bottom as I'm placing her down then, so she doesn't fall off. Happen again. Hopefully it balances and she doesn't fall off. That spike is in her heel pretty nice and tight. Now the underlayer is where the crossbow is, so I'm going to have to cut that up. I think Schwarz is really underrated as a Arknights waifu. She's got that kind of cold, calculated demeanor. Safe. Now believe it or not, there are actually screws. There are screws in this piece. So we're going to need to piece everything together bit by bit. Let's see how it all works. I was meant to screw the base into the briefcase, which is why it keeps coming off. So bear with me a second. And really, really thoughtfully, they even give you a mini screwdriver. A mini screwdriver to put the screws in. My goodness, if you compare this weapon to any other weapon on any other figure, that will do some serious damage. Not only are there like a billion steel bolts, there's like a kind of gun blade at the bottom, and the spike, whoa, if that goes into you, good night mama. Okay, I'm gonna take shorts off. That could have ended really badly. So glamorous that I really should have taken care of her to begin with, but luckily I caught her. That would have made me cry. Fits nicely. Go on with the show and carry on from where we left off. Schwarz, you're going back in, baby. So this quiver already has these bows extending out, so you don't need to do anything with it. It says that this slots through the hole onto a metal spoke, which is on the bottom of her jacket. No, it's not a metal spoke. It's a pink divot on the end of her jacket. Next, this unique little spoke thing is meant to hold up her shoulder. No, it's not. It's meant to hold up her jacket. So the way it looks to me is it goes on the inside. Goes on the inside of this flailing jacket piece here, which is most needed because she's only perched on one foot. And I'm scared that I'll snap her ankle one day. It says turn this plastic until you can get the right support on the inside of her jacket. Oh, it's meant to hold up the bottom of a handle. This spoke is meant to hold up the bottom of this handle of her crossbow. It's a bit fiddly, and it's meant to go on the inside of the tail. It's not perfect, but at least I think it's where it's meant to be. Next, the part that I'm looking forward to, the weapon of mass destruction. And that's real string, by the way, so you better be very, very careful with that. There's a slot in the bottom of this crossbow that goes just on the top of her gun point. You just press it in, press it into place. And then the whirling death, this whirling death attaches to the outside rock of this illumination. Crikey, and there we go. I think this is a figure that you admire from afar. You look, but you don't touch. Schwarz from Arknights Schwarz. All action, super dynamic. What a weapon. Trigger finger on point. She's got that deathly glare. Quality looks on point. Maybe just the hair strands could be a little bit more distinct from each other. It's a minor thing. That hair is fantastic. So much thought and consideration into this figure. I mean, just look at, even that weapon looks badass enough. Look at that thing. My goodness. Absolute centerpiece. I hope the screws are on tight enough that should I screw them really, really tightly? I think screw it really, really tightly. No budge, no creak. That's my tip to you guys. Screw her on really tightly. Make sure she can't move for shiz. She's a big girl, 1/7 scale I believe, but her combination of weapon and herself is really big. I'll give you the dimensions now. So from top to bottom, which is the main measurement you guys will need to know, I would say she's about, you're gonna need at least 45 centimeters. Her base is around 25 centimeters. Her depth with that glowing spike on the back, you're gonna need about 31 centimeters. Schwarz from Arknights. Let's twirl her around. She really is a beautiful centerpiece with so many accessories. That duffel bag, that crossbow. The colors really pop. It's kind of melodramatic. These greys, these purple tints, the blacks and the garish red as well. These fire plastic pieces really suit her, and the base is something special. The texture, the floating rock accessories, even this mini hand crossbow on point. She looks a little bit like Vayne from League of Legends. She isn't the most busty, she's proportionate, she's muscular, she's fit, and she's got those glaring eyes that look into your soul. She looks like that ant chimera from Hunter x Hunter. By the way, I've taken 2 different lenses here just to make sure that I've captured all of the different angles and visuals of Schwarz as possible. The second variant without the bokeh will come right after the bokeh variant. I wanted to highlight and show some of the exquisite pieces of detailing on all of the different accessories, and therefore I'm homing in on particular pieces. The hair is absolutely glamorous. That combination of waves is alluring and enduring, and her mount and her stand on that briefcase looks very dynamic. Her shoes are detailed to the max. Those are proper Nike Air Maxes or something. Anyway, when you go from top to bottom in this figure, what you really notice around her is how much aesthetically she stands out from distance. You can notice this figure from anywhere, hence the price point. The jacket is flaying, kind of Evangelion Radio Eva style. The only thing that metal pole, but actually it could be an accessory. You could think of it as an Azure Lane New Jersey bunny. And here we talk about the other views. Obviously you can see the Arknights figures in the background on the right here, but Schwarz as a centerpiece, can you see she's floating glamorously like an empress that she is in the air. I used her so much in Arknights. She's so hench and muscular and toned. She's a boss killer in Arknights. That 5-strap is excellent. The duffel bag is excellent. These floating tassels and pieces, that weapon. She is an absolutely stunningly detailed figure. It's really hard to pinpoint any flaws and design flaws in her model as a whole. I think they have done an outstanding job here, Alter, to make sure that she is top of the top, hence justifying that price point. Look at even the rock detailing, that scabbard, all of the details on her zips and coat and straps that bind against her waist and her chest and her belly button. Not to talk about her face and her finger points on tips as well. She's just overall an aesthetically super alluring, top-notch figure that most likely would be figure of the year. Her base doesn't actually prop up completely smoothly because of where you nailed nails on the bottom, hence why I've put her on a PC stand. I'm going to let the pictures talk for themselves. She's beautiful. You need to get a Schwarz. She's absolutely one for your collection. If you like Arknights, if you like gacha games, if you just like beautiful figures, Alter figures, she's the one. She's the one of 2023. 10 out of 10. She's flawless. Hope that you found this video useful. If so, please subscribe, like as well to beat the algorithm. Till next time.